What's going on, everyone? Talon here with Talon Collects Figures, and we are back with another figure. And today we have a figure from a company that I have never purchased from before. So it's from Art Spirits, I believe is the name of the company, which, yeah, I haven't even heard of them before. But we also have kind of a I don't know if I want to call it a rare figure, but I definitely couldn't find this figure really anywhere else except for the place that I purchased it. And we have Metallia from The Witch and the Hundred Knights, or the Hundred Knight. And it is a Japanese video game where you play as the Hundred Knight, which Metallia here summons, and then you go around the world to try to expand her domain because she is the swamp witch in the game, so she wants to turn the whole world into a swamp. But I don't know, I really liked the character. She is, I mean, a little self-absorbed, I guess maybe is a good word for it. She's kind of full of herself and thinks that the whole world needs to be her. I guess not really her domain because she can't leave the swamp, so she wants to expand the swamp so that she can travel to other places in the world. And she also just really likes the swamp and think everyone else should be enjoying the swamp like she does. But anyway, so this figure came out in 2014. And I wasn't really planning on getting this figure. I had played the game, and I don't remember how I stumbled across her figure, because the first figure I saw was the Good Smile Company one, I believe, which you can find that one in a lot of places. So I'm like, all right. So I kept my eye on that figure. I saved my search. I favorited the search for Metallia here, so that if anyone lists a new version or new figure of her, then I could be the first to look at it and try to find her for a good price, because right now kind of expensive for that Good Smile one. And then I randomly saw this one pop up. So this figure popped up on Mercari for me, and I was like, I'd never seen this figure before, so I decided to look her up a little bit, and I couldn't really find any sales history of this figure. I couldn't find this figure listed really on any place except, you know, being sold out on like major retailers that normally will stock figures. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and buy this one because she was listed for $62, I think it was. But then, of course, the international shipping was quite high. So I think I ended up paying about $90 after everything was said and done for this figure. And if you've probably noticed from what I have sitting out here, which is Metallia herself and her very extravagant hat here, nice big old hat, she is missing a few pieces. So she is missing her broom that she would normally have, and also she is missing the Hundred Knight, because normally she would have the Hundred Knight with her. I think he would just be on the ground. I have the base here. So normally when she's standing on the base here, or I don't remember which peg she goes, whoop, knocked her over, which pegs she goes in, and then the broom would kind of go in here and then go behind her a little bit so that it was behind her back. And then Hundred Knight would be sitting out in front of her on the peg here. But like I said, I hadn't seen this figure anywhere else, and I thought it was still a reasonable price. I don't know if I overpaid or not. The retail that I did find for this figure when she first came out was, what was on here? $80, or no, yeah, $80 when she first came out. So I paid a little more than retail price, and she's missing pieces. Let me fix her back up. And head came off, because that's the only detachable part is the head here. So we'll go ahead and put that back on. All right, and then let's get her on the... Oh, also, the reason I picked this figure over the other one is I just really liked her smug expression here. Just it kind of encapsulates her character, so I just really liked this expression. And also, the figure reminds me all of the like 90s kind of cartoons, because this is kind of how the figures were drawn, more kind of like skinny arms, skinny waist. Yeah, they just had this kind of look for the cartoons around the 90s, which I think this game... When was this game released? I think this game was released in like the 90s or late 90s or something like that. So I think the game is actually pretty old as well. So that kind of fits this art style here. And figure's not bad quality either, considering I've never heard of the company, and it's from their Precious Collections line. So yeah, I don't know, pretty nice. I don't think there's any other figures by them that I really saw as like must-haves for me. So let's go ahead and get her get her onto her base here, if we can do that. I'm shaking my whole desk there. Good enough. And you are going to want to display her, as you can probably tell, in a more high up area, because when you're kind of level with her, you can't really see her face too well. But then, you know, if you're kind of under, well, my camera's tilted, so I need to tilt my camera. But anyway, let's put her hat on real quick. So the hat kind of just sits on with a little nub right here that goes for her pointed part of her hair. So let's see if we can line that up a little bit. And then we get that on, and now you can't see anything. You just see her with her big hat on. It kind of just sits on her head there. So let me get in a better position to kind of show off the figure. Okay, there we go. So adjusted the camera, so now she's looking down on you, which is kind of the optimal way for viewing this figure here, because then you can see her a lot better. So I'm probably going to be displaying her on a shelf that's kind of elevated up a little bit in my room here. But yeah, I don't know, I just really liked this figure. I like the expressions, and again, figure feels really good quality, so I'm actually quite happy with how the figure turned out. There was some unfortunate, I don't know if I'll call it damage, because I was able to fix it, but she did get some paint transfer during shipping, because the guy that shipped this to me overseas, he took the hat here and took the head off the body and wrapped the head on top of the hat so that her hair was on either side of the top part of the hat, wrapped that in bubble wrap, and then wrapped the torso together. But the hair was sliding against the top of the hat, so the top of the hat, which you can't see anymore because I was able to wipe it off, had yellow slashes all over it. So it had yellow scrapes and marks, and the back of her hair had black, like, almost looks like someone had been rubbing dirt on her hair. So there's black lines, there's black smudges all over. But luckily, with a bit of alcohol and a lot of scrubbing, I was able to get that off. You can't even really, there's some of the trying to get the scratches dropped. It's hard to, oh, there's one. There was a lot of these kind of scratches too that I was trying to get rid of. The hat cleaned up the best. The hair, did end up removing some of the actual paint. You can kind of see where it's more dull there. Oh, I had missed something there. Some of the red of the hat scraped against this, because underneath in the brim there. So I do need to get back in and clean that up. But yeah, it was all over the back of the hair. You can kind of see where I scrubbed off because it's the change in paints. Luckily, it blends in, you know, okay, so you don't notice it too much. But I definitely took off some of the original paint, cleaning that up. But again, overall, I am happy with the figure. I couldn't find this figure anywhere else, so I decided to snatch it. And if I ever wanted to switch out to the other figure, I can always sell this one off and then pick up the other Metallia figure, because I do want to keep one of her in my collection. And I kept debating on which one I wanted the most, because the other one has a really nice base where she's standing on pumpkins. She's got like a little swamp around her. So it was a really cool looking figure. It's just, I like the expression on this one a lot more, and kind of like her pose as well. It just looked really cool. So yeah, either way, that is going to be Metallia here. Let me know if any of you have this figure in your collection. I'm curious to know, because I just couldn't find it listed anywhere else. I don't know if it is actually just a rare figure, or if they didn't make a lot of them, if it was only in like a special edition bundle, because I don't know if this figure was like bundled with the game at one point. Yeah, so I don't know a ton about the figure. I just know that I couldn't really find it anywhere. Once I saw this one listed, I was searching from, you know, the company and the collection, and I just couldn't really find it on any other website. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.